All right, back at ya, and we're gonna break down the primary chorus of my song. Let's listen to it.
Purple, orange, and blue spotlights, a swing, a sickle lark along the glass dome ceiling above.
Organize my stuff.
Starlight in a crisp white shirt. His girls are dressed in velvet with a body he would take to the grave. At last, a love that says you don't have to change. You don't have to change. At last, a love that says you don't have to change.
All right, what's going on here? We've got one of my favorite kicks, the 505, just so short and thumpy, and I love it. We've got this matching clap. I don't love the isolated clap, but it fits in the mix. We've got our hi-hat here. It's actually a slightly different hi-hat groove here, because what actually happened was I recorded the first half of the vocals, the purple, orange, and blue segment, months and months before I recorded the second half. I hadn't figured out what I wanted for the lyrics yet. And between recording the first one and recording the second one, I played with the groove a little bit, and then it ended up like when the first part comes in, the purple, orange, and blue, it was slightly out of sync with the new hi-hat, so I had to go back several versions, pull the old hi-hat spacing, and bring it back. And then it, you don't really notice, especially not right now, but sometimes it's the little fractions of a second that make the difference between something like fitting all together and versus not. And then we've got our fun little secret percussion here. Since this song is about a night out at a casino nightclub, I thought it would be fun to play with the sound machine, a slot machine, a sound bite from a slot machine. Just add some nice, high frequency kind of excitement and keeps the rhythm rolling. So that's our percussion. Let's add bass. So we've got, because this sort of higher frequency kind of bass buzz, there's some information in the low ends, nothing too dramatic. But I didn't love how the lower frequencies sounded on this bass, so I blended it with a sub. Sounds like one nice bass. And next we're going to add a pad. All of this, maybe I should have shown you guys a version where it was all still in the MIDI, but we're on version 44. It didn't even have the same title when we started. So it was such a mix of like bouncing something to audio to save CPU, which is tweaking out right now. So anyway, that's the pad. It's got a nice little gate and delay on it. Everything just to add bounce and movement. And then we've got our first stack of leads coming in. Just introducing a very subtle counter melody. And then I decided that one counter melody was not enough. So next time it comes through, you'll see this one's still in MIDI. This is my next lead stack. Let's hear just the two counter melodies stacked. Anyway, let's put all the instrumental elements together. Starts out, we've just got the pad for a little while. There's a lot of lyrics in this section. I needed to keep it a little bit clear. And then as the vocal's going to get more open, I had more space to add counter melody and play with that. It's a great track by itself. I feel like this would be like a good, I don't know, a lot of the stuff I make sounds like video game music because I like video game music. All right, so let's talk vocals now. We've got our main thing. Like it looks so different from all of like this take and this take I recorded just in this room on my little mic that I didn't know how to hold properly at the time. So this is a very old vocal take from last summer, just putting something down. And I ended up liking the lyric enough to just keep it as is. Start with our lead.
Orange and blue spotlights, a swing, a sickle arc along the glass dome ceiling above.
Perfect. And then where's your buddy? There's your buddy.
He's sipping starlight in a crisp.
See, that moment right there is why this song is so hard to perform live. There's just this little bit of overlap.
Ceiling above. He's sipping starlight.
And I can't sing it. Can't sing my own song.
With a body he would take to the grave. That he would.
But this is such a long vocal phrase, so you try singing it live. Anyway, let's add some harmonies.
Spotlights, a swing, a sickle arc along the glass dome ceiling above.
That's just the original. I melodined it up. There's like a solid mix of Melodyne harmonies and then actual harmonies recorded in. Like all of the choir harmonies were separate vocal takes, but then I do have several where I just was like, it's 10 p.m. I don't feel like singing another time. I have such a love-hate relationship with Melodyne. On the one hand, I adore it. I can't stand autotune. I don't like it how it makes vocals sound, and I don't like the loss of control. Like I don't know, for a while I was automating note by note with autotune because the notes available to you change constantly over the course of a song. I digress. Melodyne is finicky and I love it.
Swing a sickle arc along the glass dome ceiling above. He's sipping starlight in a crisp white shirt. His girls are dressed in velvet with a body he would take to the grave.
I added some more soprano parts through here too.
Spotlights, a swing, a sickle arc.
Second half of the chorus needs to contrast with this because this is very lyric heavy. There's a lot going on, a lot of imagery, and it was too dense to just go into the bridge. So I was like, I need something that's...
You don't have to change, you don't have to change. At last a love that says you don't have to change.
Yeah, so to contrast with this super lyric heavy section, I needed something that was both like thematically more simple and kind of repetitive, kind of chanty, something that would fit in well. That was what I came up with.
At last a love that says you don't have to change, you don't have to change. At last
The J got cut out there.
don't have to change.
There it is. Let's put all of these pieces together.
Purple, orange, and blue spotlights, a swing, a sickle arc along the glass dome ceiling above. He's sipping starlight in a crisp white shirt. His girls are dressed in velvet with a body he would take to the
There's so many old plugins that didn't make it into the final version.
says you don't have to change, you don't have to change. At last a love that says you don't have to change.
Full disclosure, this project is a mess. I've been working on it for so long. It's been through so many iterations. Producers will understand, or at least maybe this is just me and my inconsistent organization, but I get to a point where I'm like, screw my regular vocal chain, screw doing anything right. I am just going to start slapping stuff on this willy-nilly, and then you get things like this where like, why did I need this many saturation plugins in a row? I did not. Probably I was trying to figure out which one I liked, and then I didn't like any of them because they were all making the sibilants stand out too much. Has anyone ever gone down the rabbit hole of you've got like 3 different de-essers in a row all trying to de-ess, and then eventually you just have to decide that you're not going to saturate that vocal like that? Anyway, I don't think I need to say anything else about that. Oh yeah, if you like this song, you should pre-save it on Spotify, and it's going to be coming out on July 24th, which is pretty soon, but not that soon. Or well, by the time I post this, it will be soon, because this is going to be for like leading up to release week. Anyway, it's actually a time when you should be getting pretty excited about this, and definitely pre-saving it on Spotify.